Hey, what's going on YouTube? We are back with another video today about leveling gems on the side. It's a little bit of a side hustle. You can make really great currency doing nothing but just playing the game, letting them level on the side on your weapon switch. And I found a really cool tool to show you what the best gems to level and then flip and sell that you can use. So we'll be going over that, the basic process of it, and I got a couple gems that I found that I think are great for both new and experienced players to level with and sell. Okay, so let's get into it. All right, so the first thing that surprisingly a lot of people don't know, or unsurprisingly because I didn't know this for the longest time, is that your weapons on swap, if you hit this 2 up here in your inventory, you can have a second set of weapons. Now, whether you are on this tab or not, the gems you have socketed in here will still get experience. So you can put 6 gems on your swap that will gain experience that you aren't using and just sit there and continue to level up. Now, this is an advantage because you can pick the best gems to level that will give you profit while they are in here. Now, for the example and the 2 gems that I was using that worked out pretty well so far, both of them are blue. So what I'm going to want to do is change these back into having 3 blue sockets each. Now, how do we do that? Well, this is a wand. It will roll blue sockets easily. I could just hit this with chromatic orbs. This is just a random Aegis Aurora that that isn't selling. So I am going to use this. It has energy shield and armor. It is going to roll blue and red sockets pretty easily. Now, let's say you didn't want to buy an intelligent-based weapon, or you wanted to run different gems that, say, were red gems, and we'll go over how you find which gems you want to level in a minute. But let's say you found some red ones you would like to level. Now, this is going to have a harder time rolling red gems, or red sockets. So what would you do? Well, I have quite a few of chromatic orbs, so I could go to the crafting bench and just do the 3 blue sockets. I'll show you in a second. I also have a bunch of jewelers. Say you don't have that many chromatic orbs, you don't have a lot of jewelers, there are easy strategies to 3 color things that would have a hard time doing this. Now, say you had 50 chromatic orbs and you had 100 jewelers. Well, I would spend 25 of them to roll this to at least 2 red sockets. So at least 2 reds for 25 chromatic. It'll give those first 2. Now, I am going to use jewelers to get the 3rd red. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to go from 2 sockets back to 3 sockets. And there you go. Okay? Every time you add a socket, it just rolls that 1 slot without worrying about ruining these other 2 colors. It'll always add the 3rd one, take it off, and it will spawn a random color. Now, it is still weighted towards blue on this wand, but it has a chance of rolling red, and getting that chance for rolling red is only 1, 3, total of 4 jeweler's orbs every time you do it. Alright, now I want these blue, okay? For the sake of time, I could just hit it with chromatic orbs. I have plenty of chromatic orbs. I'm just going to say 3 blue sockets, 3 blue sockets. Simple, okay? Now, if you don't have a crafting bench, you need one. Go to your hideout, click on this down arrow as usual, hit edit, decorations, find the crafting bench, drag it and drop it right into your hideout. You got a crafting bench. Alright, so now you have the spots for the gems. Now, what gems should you put in there, and how do you decide on that? Well, I found a really cool tool online that I will put the link in the description that is from the POE Academy called the Skill Gem Leveling Helper. And I will put the link to this in the description. And what it does is you can put the maximum amount of chaos you want to spend to buy the gem, because there's a good chance you aren't going to have these gems on hand. You want to buy them. So I'll put, you know, something cheap. We'll say like 60 chaos, hit enter, and it'll give you some ideas. Now, these are not set in stone. If you look some of these up, for example, it says if you upgrade a level 16 Divergent Battle Mage's Cry, level 16 with 0 quality to 20, it will buy for 5 chaos, it will sell for 218. This is not true. You can get a 20, you can buy these for about 10, and you can sell them for about 60, 65-ish when I checked. Now, this can give you an idea, though, because I looked, and if you buy a 16/0 for about 10 chaos, you level it to 20, up the quality to 20, and then you val it. And this is the trick. If you val something, it has a chance of hitting 2120. Okay? And it will be corrupt. And when that happens, it goes up to 1.5 divine minimum. And there's only one on here for whatever reason. But yeah, so it goes up dramatically. So it's a little bit of a gamble, but I think it is a bigger payoff with some of these other gems. Now, some of these are spot on. I went through these. This is not the end-all, be-all to say, oh, top one, got to do this. No, go on trade, check some stuff, go to the filter, type in 20, 21, search for stuff, see the prices, see what they sell for. This is more of a guideline than it is incredibly accurate sometimes, but I did find 2 gems that, using this, that actually seem to be pretty darn good for the price. Now, what are those gems? Well, the first one that's a little bit more expensive, you can get these for about 50 to 60 chaos in general, is a non-corrupted Divergent Spark. And almost all of them, I think they start at level 17 in general. This one was already 20% quality. I think you can get them without 20% quality. All you will have to do when you get these, remember, is go to your currency and use Gem Cutter's Prisms to upgrade the quality, or if there is another way to upgrade the quality that, to be honest, I'm not sure about. I just use Gem Cutter's Prisms. It's later in the league, they're cheap. I'm not too worried about it. So this starts at level 70, and you are going to put this in your switch, and you will level this up. Now you're going to want to fill all of your slots with a certain kind of gem, whether it's the same one or a couple of the others, get the matching colors, do all that stuff, but put it, fill them up. There's no point in not filling them up. Now, the reason we're going to want to do this is, as I said, if we go here to, and I believe I searched this recently. No, all right. Divergent Spark. When you first buy them, you are going to want to put corrupted no on that, because if it's corrupted, you can't try the level 20 to 21 thing. So say corrupted no, Divergent Spark, search. And there you go. There's one for 44, 59, 59, 17, 15 quality, 12 quality, 10 quality. Get that up to 20. Level it up. Make sure you do the quality before you hit 20 and val it. They do not take a crazy amount of time to level if you are just running maps normally. You can see that it's 27 million to get from 17 to 18. Something like an Awakened and Light added gem takes 413 to level up. Now, we can go over the fact that you can play the long game with some of these Awakened gems and just really level them up. And then you can even try to corrupt them at the end to give them that extra level they usually couldn't hit. You'll see a bigger payout for some of these, but it takes a really long time. I don't enjoy it. I don't think it's very fun to spend a week to 2 weeks, if not longer, leveling up the Awakened gem to as high as it goes, only for it to fail in the val. And then it's just a big bummer. Now, the second and more bargain-friendly gem that I really like that you can get from Lily, again, if you don't have Lily, same thing, edit decorations, find Lily, drag and drop. And she sells you all the gems, and she has the Impending Doom support. Now, I like this one because it costs 1 chance. You can just stock up on these, throw them in your shield and your weapon, get them to 20 quality and level them up to 20. This is not a crazy hard gem to level. It levels up relatively quickly. All right, now, so if you get it to 20 and 20 quality, you will see something like Divergent Spark goes from being around 60 chaos on average. Let me change this. It can be corrupted because it's going to have to be. Gem quality 20, gem level 21. Your 60 chaos gem goes to 4.7. You could price sell it for 5 or even 6 divines. That is a lot of profit for just leveling something on the side and a 60-50 chaos investment. Now, the cheaper option you can buy for 1 chance is the Impending Doom support. and that 2120 goes up to 75, around 75 chaos. So that one chance orb, and then you paid maybe some gem cutters to level it up, is a relatively big profit. It's about a 60 chaos profit, and it was practically free, because really hope you have some chance orbs on hand. If you don't, I highly suggest some of my other beginning videos and my strategy to get you there even quicker. Now, you can either level these up by doing just normal maps. You can level them up a little bit faster by doing simulacrums, which are the delirium things right here. They look like this, even though they're shaded out. I just sold all mine. My build cannot do simulacrum for the life of it. It gets whooped. But that opens a thing. You can find another video on that. Maybe I'll do a video on them once I have a build that can actually do them, because honestly, that build's just going to be embarrassing. That is a good way to level gems, but it might not be your thing. The best way to level gems, which costs money, is a 5-way, which people use to level. Now, you can see here, I tried this strategy while I was power leveling from 99 to 100. What I did, I paid 4 divines for 10 runs to get me to level 100. Now, I have already a video on how to do a 5-way properly and to do it without messing it up. I will show you that right now. I will also put the link in the description, so you can check that out after this video if you want to see what a 5-way power leveling is all about. So I would just fill up my inventory, my passive slot, with them. You aren't really attacking, so you could even fill your normal inventory with some of these gems and do it that way. I didn't do it that way, but that could be a pretty crazy way to do it, because they always will have an aura bot that will make you incredibly strong. Now, another good tip is when you are leveling these gems in, say, a 5-way, and you know how it pops up over here to level gems, well, what you want to do is it also pops up right here at the bottom of your inventory. You can keep your mouse right here. You can keep clicking. And why is this important? Is because when you're clicking up here, you could move. In a 5-way, it's very important you stand still and relatively close to not only the aura bot, but I guess you don't have to stand next to the other people. You really just have to stand next to the aura bot. That's the most important part. And you can't accidentally click away if you level your gems from the inventory. So very helpful. So again, just a quick recap. You can level gems in your weapon swap. Pick a gem, either using a little bit of research done with this gem leveling helper, or you could just type in some gems yourself. That seems a little tedious to me. I'd rather get a baseline, type some of these in, see what the difference is, the profit. Or you can just use the 2 that I gave you. You can use the Divergent Spark and the Impending Doom support. Buying Divergent Spark on the trade website, and just buying Impending Doom from Lily that you can put in your hideout. Level them how you want, get them to 2020, level 20, level 20% quality, and then hit them with a Val Orb and hope it hits 21. Okay, now this is pointless, but that, you'd hit it with a Val Orb once it was 2020. And that's what you do, and try and flip it and try and get lucky. Alright guys, so that is basically it for this little side hustle of leveling some gems, and a couple gems get you going. But obviously in the comments, I'm probably going to get some better ideas from some people in the community, and that'd be great. I think that's awesome. So make sure if you have some ideas, if there's some gems, I'm sure there's better ways to do this. I am not a POE professor. I'm just trying to learn with you guys, and when I find some cool stuff that I think could help some newer players, I like to do a video on it, throw it out there for everyone. So yeah, in the comments, let me know what you think. If you got a better gem skill thing, if you don't want to tell people about it because it's working really well for you, that's okay too. I don't blame you. So as always, thanks for tuning in, guys. Please like, subscribe, and make sure you look at the link for the Twitch, because I am going to start streaming most nights, and some of them might only be Twitch. I think Twitch for streaming is just a better platform. Ideally, I'd like to just stream on Twitch, but right now I have to do YouTube and Twitch. But make sure you go and follow over there. And thanks everyone for watching. Yeah, remember, just keep playing the game, have fun, and the currency will come. And we'll talk to you later.